Hello, Fear the Meerkat here. Welcome to another episode of The Thing It Says on the Screen. Now, before we go into this, I have an announcement to make. Unfortunately, I have discovered that I have made a mistake, and the best way to complete the Eleanor section of the game, the section where you meet the Chodak, is to tell them that you can find the computer room on your own, because through doing that you can get the coordinates rather than having to figure them out, and that way get to the Unity device immediately. This won't be a big problem, except I don't have a save file from a time before I talked to the Chodak and told them that they could escort us to the computer room. And that won't be a problem, except for the fact that doing things the way I'm going to try to do them in this episode, because it's the only way to work out the coordinates, will involve me having to fight the Romulans a lot. And the reason this episode is being put on here quite late is because I've been spending the last 2 or 3 days trying to beat the Romulans before getting to the Unity device, and every time I've tried, the Romulan ships have killed me. So if by the end of this video I haven't managed to find the Unity device due to being killed, I am going to have to stop the Star Trek Next Generation and the final Unity videos. So we'll see. I am hoping that I can manage to get this to work, but if it doesn't and I die again, then I'm going to have to discontinue this series. Once I've done that, I don't know if I'll be starting a new one in order to supplement the Legend of Zelda videos I'm doing or not. But that's what's going on. I promise I will try my very best to reach the Unity device in this episode. I might cut some things out if a battle ends up taking longer than it should. And that's enough talking from me, so let's get into this thing. Oh, by the way, this is the reason why it's very important to save your game frequently and have lots and lots of save files, and I apologise for only telling you this right now, but it's only over the last few days that I've realised this.
Data, how is your analysis of the Unity device information coming along?
We still do not have sufficient information to find the device.
What information are we missing?
Using the Chodak star chart we discovered on Horst 3, I was able to locate all the stars listed on the Spaceliner schedule. However, neither the Unity device nor the Darnogel sector are listed in the chart.
Can you use the transit times listed in the schedule to triangulate the location of the device from the stars whose positions we do know?
We do not have any way to translate the Chodak time system.
But we could at least limit the area of search.
Without a better translation of Chodak time units, we can only limit the area of search to a radius of 3 sectors.
That could be anywhere in the Zatanis Nebula. It would take months to search that volume of space.
Entering Federation space.
If we could measure that Chodak pulsar ourselves, we might be able to translate Chodak time.
That would allow us to triangulate the location of the Unity device from the information we already possess.
Now, for some reason,
Mr.
you
Data,
have
give
to
me a
talk
scan
to
of this
Data
sector.
again.
Scanning. Sensors report no unusual activity, sir. All spatial parameters appear to be normal.
What are your orders, Captain?
Laying a course for the Gambara pulsar.
Aye, sir.
Right, now, the speed you go at here is very important. I would recommend you keep it on 7 for the moment, but you are going to want to change it later. I'd also strongly recommend saving it here. Unfortunately, you run into a black hole later, and if you're going too quickly, then it damages your warp drive, so I'm hoping that I can save some time later, because time will be of the essence by moving this up now.
Warning. Entering the neutral zone.
See, the trouble is that you spend a great deal, we will be spending this episode a great deal of time in the neutral zone.
Nebula.
And the ones,
Sensors are picking up a vessel.
well, you'll see in a sec.
Evasive maneuvers.
Aye, Captain.
This never works. See, this never works.
A Romulan warbird is on sensors. Locking weapons.
I recommend warping away if you
Get
can.
us out of here.
The ship is torpedo away. Torpedo locked. Enemy ship is firing.
Well, I have a save file if this doesn't work. As I say, I don't know if I'm going to skip through part of the battle or not. If I knew how to get away from these guys, I would recommend warping away and not fighting 3 of them, but it's very hard to get away from them because there's 3 of them.
Torpedo has reacquired
Engage
the target.
tactical maneuver.
Enemy ship is firing. Torpedo has reacquired the target.
Engage tactical maneuver.
Well, hopefully that's it for the
Torpedo has
moment.
reacquired the target.
Engage tactical maneuver.
We don't have enough power.
Well, I think I'm going to have to... We'll see if Worf manages to beat them all,
Away.
and I might cut that out, or I might not, depending on whether he does,
Torpedo fire missed the
and
target.
hopefully I can just go back to a previous save file if I have to, but I will do my best during this episode.
They have been hit. The shields are holding. They're hit. Enemy ship is firing.
Fire.
Target Romulan warbird.
No damage.
The Romulan warbird has been destroyed.
Oh man, I wish there was only one. Trust me.
Damage to the sensor array.
Engage tactical maneuver.
Alright, hopefully that's us survived and gotten out of their way now.
Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Well, it's a pity we're going to go slower, because that's going to make things harder, but... Actually going to have a look at engineering, see how long it's going to take to repair things. I recommend you keep this delegated on him because it really is very complicated.
Engage.
He does this weird thing where it brings the warp down, but it doesn't need repairing. And then a few seconds later you're fine. Don't think we've won yet though.
Captain, we have cleared the nebula. We are approaching the coordinates of the Kambara pulsar.
On screen. Let's have a look at it.
I do not believe that will be possible.
Why not?
There is no pulsar at these coordinates. The only stellar object in the vicinity is a black hole.
Did we misinterpret the Chodak star chart?
Our calculations were correct.
The pulsar must have collapsed into a black hole sometime after the Chodak race disappeared.
That appears to be the case. However, according to sensors, the collapse occurred quite recently, approximately 30 years ago.
We need that pulsar to locate the Unity device.
It looks like we're 30 years too late.
Perhaps someone who knows more about physics than I do can explain this to me in the comment section. Wouldn't the
Sensors are picking
light
up a vessel.
that's around it,
Get us out of here.
Aye, aye, sir.
won't the light be sucked into the black hole?
Red alert.
A Chodak ship is on sensors.
The ship is
Locking
enclosed.
weapons.
Right, I really recommend warping away from this one. Unfortunately, I don't think the Enterprise is in pristine condition at the moment. I don't recommend getting attacked by that thing.
Any suggestions, Counselor?
We may be 30 years too late, but in a way we do have our own time machine. If we travel 30 light years away from here, we'd be able to observe light from the pulsar before it collapsed.
We would need an unobstructed line of sight to view the pulsar from that distance.
The best position for such an observation would lie deep within Romulan territory.
And that is our problem. My spelling is terrible. I probably spelled territory incorrectly.
Warning. Selected destination is a black hole.
Alright. I'm gonna
Warning.
briefly
Selected
explain this to
destination
you.
is a black hole.
Basically, change the coordinates to this and it will change the position that the Enterprise is heading for. You need to have it on this grid thing in order for this to work, and once the arrows point you up there, press
Warp engines
engage.
unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Engage.
At this point, I usually run into more warbirds.
Warning. Entering Romulan space.
I think it's mostly to do with luck here. I suppose I could keep it on this screen for a while and hope that that works, because I don't normally get messages from the crew whilst I'm on this screen. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if the game pauses or travelling whilst I'm doing this in the same way it does when the characters are talking. I just don't know. everything seems operational now.
Sensors are picking up a vessel.
Get us out of here.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yellow alert.
A Romulan warbird is on
Ship is
sensors.
decloaking.
Locking weapons.
Get us out of here.
We are being hailed.
Matter-antimatter reactor down.
Gonna have to see if I can up the speed here. It might need repairing, I'm not sure.
Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Engage.
Captain, sensors are detecting light from the pulsar prior to its collapse.
Good. Begin analysis.
The rotation rate of the pulsar is unstable. The timing information we obtain will not be entirely accurate.
If we can't translate Chodak time units into Federation standards accurately enough, we won't be able to pinpoint the location of the Unity device.
Then our best guess will have to be sufficient.
Captain, I have completed the translation. The margin of error is significant, but I can narrow our search to a single sector of the nebula. The Unity device is located somewhere within Sector 313.
Get us out of here.
Why, let's
Aye,
do
aye,
that
sir.
for starters. Sorry about the
Yellow
noise,
alert.
just...
Romulan warbird is on
Ship is
sensors.
decloaking.
Locking weapons.
Get us out of here.
Anyway, I think discretion is a better part of valor in this case. Yeah, that was the noise of me getting coffee. I shouldn't do whilst I'm doing this Let's Play, but I am. So... darn it. It does
We are
look
being
like...
hailed.
Well, no choice. To be honest, I don't think Worf is particularly good on con, though I'm even worse at it.
Engage tactical maneuver. Get us out of here.
Matter-antimatter reactor down.
Probably get attacked before I have time to finish this.
Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Well, we know we're going to the wrong place anyway.
Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Engage.
Warning. Entering the neutral zone.
Sensors are picking up a vessel.
Get us out of here.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yellow
A
alert.
Romulan warbird is
Ship
on
is
sensors.
decloaking.
Locking weapons.
Matter-antimatter reactor down. Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Engage.
Entering Federation space.
Well, at least we're in Federation space for a little while.
Captain, I'm still a little uncertain as to the original purpose of the Unity device.
It seems to have been a tool for engineering on a cosmic scale.
We've done our own experiments with terraforming, but creating multiple star systems?
Not just creating, the device has the power to destroy as well.
With all that power, I wonder what went wrong.
A group of Chodak scientists rebelled against their empire. They disagreed with the use of the device as a tool for political and military gain. They seized control and somehow sent it into the future.
Time travel? Is there anything this device can't do?
Warning. Entering nebula.
I'm quite surprised she's surprised by time travel. It's hardly a new thing in the next generation
Captain,
by
our
this
sensors are
point.
picking up an artificial structure.
On screen.
I think we've done it. I think we have done it. At last, I think I have finally reached the Unity device. This is so cool. This is wonderful. We've
Analysis.
done it.
It is extremely large, approximately 314 million kilometers in diameter. Material composition, unknown.
That's incredible. Could it be a Dyson sphere?
I don't think so. I believe we found the Unity device. Take us in, number one.
I've forgotten what a Dyson sphere is, but it has featured in the Next Generation episode before. I think it's some sort of big metal structure, but I've forgotten what it's for. Something to do with local Dyson, probably. Could be a giant vacuum cleaner.
Sensors are unable to penetrate the device structure, but gravimetric analysis indicates that it is probably hollow.
Can you find a suitable location to beam an away team into the device?
Sir, I do not advise using the transporter.
Why not?
The device does not fully exist in this time continuum. The temporal boundary surrounding the device would disrupt our transporter signal.
Keep searching. There must be some way into the device.
The sensors are also picking up a large quantity of debris around the device, as well as significant residual radiation.
The debris appears to be the remnants of several Romulan and Chodak vessels, possibly the result of a battle. I do not detect any survivors in the vicinity. The Geridian warbird is uncloaking. It is the Asurum. We are being hailed.
On screen.
Greetings, Captain Picard.
Captain Pentara, it appears that the Romulan and Chodak fleets have destroyed each other.
Not exactly. From what I've managed to piece together, it seems that when the two fleets began shooting, it triggered the Unity device's defenses, which destroyed them both. I suspect that anyone foolish enough to discharge their weapons near the device would suffer the same fate.
Then it appears that we both have incentives for peace. How is the situation back on Garrod?
Not good. Revolutionaries have seized control of Garrod in the name of the Fifth Scroll. Anyone who questions their actions is executed as an enemy of the people. I wish I'd never set my eyes on that miserable parchment.
So, what are your intentions here?
I intend to win the Unity device for Garrod. It will take a miracle to restore order to my world. Perhaps this device can supply one.
Well, thank goodness we helped them to find the Fifth Scroll. This is an excellent point to save. Honestly, I never thought I would actually do it. See, this is why you need lots of save games on here. And really, I do apologise for not telling you that strategy for meeting the Chodak earlier. I am so glad that I'm going to be able to continue this series, and I might spend a couple more minutes actually make this video slightly longer because I might have cut down, I might end up editing the battle slightly, I don't know, but you know, cause the Cerberite, we've made it here.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
No, she thinks nothing, ever.
Captain, vessel approaching bearing 161 Mark 204 on an intercept course. It is a Chodak dreadnought.
Shields up. Red alert.
We are being hailed.
On screen.
Well, Captain Picard, you humans are more resourceful than you appear. Prepare to die.
The dreadnought is arming weapons. They have locked onto us. They are closing.
I recommend not firing at them.
Evasive maneuvers.
They did not fire. I do not understand. Sensors indicate that their systems are functioning normally.
I sense hostility, but also deception.
Were they bluffing? Trying to get us to fire first?
I think they were. I think they probably know that the Unity sphere thing would shoot them if they tried to shoot.
Captain, we've just intercepted a transmission between the Dreadnought and the Unity device. It is a coded binary signal. The transmission is opening a large access port on the surface of the device.
The dreadnought has launched a shuttlecraft. It is heading towards the access port. The Garidian vessel is also launching a shuttlecraft.
Mr. Worf, assemble a security team and meet me in Shuttle Bay 3. Data, you're with me. You have the bridge, number 1.
Captain,
I know what you're going to say, Will, but I'm not going to stay here and let those people decide the fate of the Federation for us.
Understood, sir. Good luck.
I sense a saved game and episode ending coming up.
Sir, according to the ship's sensor reports, both the Garidian and the Chodak shuttlecraft landed nearby.
I see no signs of either landing party, Captain.
We'll have to find out which way they've gone. They have superior knowledge of the device and a head start.
Ah, we have an ensign with us whose name is not important enough to remember. Well, that's about it for this episode.